Hey, welcome to Frank Video Maker. Watching these videos will give you an idea of the popular food in Africa. The most basic requirements for an individual's survival are to eat and drink. In Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory, this demand is at the top of the list of things to do. There are a variety of meanings for the terms food and cuisine. The prominent gastronome Savarin, gastronomy, for example, is a term used to describe culinary culture. Gastronomy is a scientific discipline that investigates the relationship between culture and food. From a different perspective, in America, food and cuisine, as well as the idea of gastronomy, are defined as follows. Gastronomy encompasses both delicious food and the art of eating, as well as culinary traditions. From a different perspective, in America, food and cuisine, as well as the idea of gastronomy, are defined as follows. Gastronomy encompasses both delicious cuisine and the art of eating, as well as regional culinary traditions. The traditional African diet has always been distinctive, since it includes a wide range of African crops and food products cooked utilizing traditional African methods that are rarely seen elsewhere in the globe. However, not only in Africa, but in most emerging nations, considerable nutritional shifts are occurring, resulting in huge alterations in the traditional diets of broad parts of the population. The impact of Western influences on traditional African diets is quickly expanding, and many aspects of traditional African diets have already been supplanted by more accessible and conventional alternatives. Against the backdrop of widespread malnutrition and nutrient deficiencies in Africa, the question is whether these changes in dietary patterns are beneficial or harmful to the African population's overall health. To answer this issue, a study of the nutritional content and functional advantages of several traditional African foods is conducted, followed by an examination of the nature of these dietary alterations and their related health consequences. Aspects of food safety connected to dietary changes, as well as the restrictions that limit the use of traditional African foods, are also discussed. 10 most African dishes are: Number 1. Pap and Vleis/Chisanyama, South Africa. Barbecued meat and maize porridge are a popular combination in many southern African cultures, notably in South Africa, where the bravleis is a revered tradition and a national sport. Pap and Vleis, literally, maize porridge with meat, is a broad phrase that refers to almost any combination of starch and braaied or stewed meat, served with a side of spicy sauce, relish, or chakalaka. Chisanyama, which means burn the meat in Zulu, has come to refer to a celebratory bring and brag get together. Chisanyama restaurants are frequently placed adjacent to butcher shops, allowing guests to pick their own meats and have them cooked to order over extremely hot wood fires. Chops, steak, chicken, kebabs, and boerewors, a spicy farmer's sausage, are served with a variety of maize porridges, including futhu and stiwi pap, krummelpap, crumbly porridge, and sourpup, sugar porridge, soured pap. With a local beer, you've got South Africa on a platter. Number 2. Piri chicken, Mozambique. Mozambique's cuisine is a fusion of African, Portuguese, Oriental, and Arab flavors, with hints of cashews and peanuts. Think aromatic spices, spicy piri, and creamy coconut sauces with hints of cashews and peanuts. Visitors visiting Maputo frequently order sizzling, spicy prawns and shellfish, but don't overlook the classic Mozambican meal galinhada zambiziana, a delicious feast of chicken cooked with lime, pepper, garlic, coconut milk, and piri sauce. Tourists just call it grilled chicken piri, and it's traditionally served with matapa, a cassava leaf delicacy baked in a peanut sauce. Number 3. Jalop rice and egusi soup, Nigeria. Nigeria is a big country with many unique regional cuisines, so identifying a national favorite meal is difficult. But one food you must try before leaving Nigeria is jollof rice, a popular dish throughout West Africa that is considered to be the origin of the Cajun dish jambalaya. It's a simple, spicy one-pot dish prepared with rice, tomatoes, onions, and pepper, and it's frequently served at parties and other celebratory events alongside other Nigerian classics like egusi soup, made from crushed melon seeds and bitter leaf, fried plantains, and pounded yam, iyan or fufu. Thick, spicy broths made with okra and seasoned with chicken or pork, as well as suya, which are spicy Nigerian shish kebabs, similar to Ghana's chichinga, cooked over braziers by street sellers, are other delicacies to try in Nigeria. Number 4. Bunny chow, South Africa. Nobody knows how rabbit chow got its name, but one thing is certain: this hollowed-out half or quarter loaf of white bread stuffed with a scorching hot curry is one of South Africa's most beloved street delicacies. Indian indentured workers who arrived to South Africa in the 19th century to work on the sugar cane fields bought the meat and vegetable curries that go into bunny chows. Takeaways are available in many major cities, but Durban produces the greatest bunnies. Number 5. Shambo with Enzyma, Malawi. When you speak the term Shambo to a Malawian who isn't from the country, their eyes may well fill with tears. It's the most popular and well-known fish in Lake Malawi, and a wonderful national favorite. It's generally served grilled by the lake shore with Enzyma, a stiff porridge akin to pap in South Africa and sadza in Zimbabwe, or fries. Ndiwo, a delectable relish composed of pumpkin or cassava leaves, tomatoes, and ground nut powder, is a must-have accompaniment to Shambo. In Zambia, Enzyma and Ndiwo, as well as ifisishi, a dish of greens in a peanut sauce, are treasured staple foods. Number 6. Muamba de galinha, Angola. This dish, like the renowned caldeirada de pais, fish stew, demonstrates the great influence of Portuguese cuisine on this former colony's cuisine and is regarded as one of Angola's national culinary treasures. This spicy, somewhat oily stew, also known as chicken muamba, is prepared with palm oil or palm butter, garlic, chilies, and okra. Chicken muamba in various forms, such as poulet moambe, may be found across the Congo River area, where it's frequently served with cassava leaves and white rice. Nyemwe chicken is a variant that is the national cuisine of Gabon and is prepared with palm or macadamia nuts. Chicken muamba is a wonderful complement to Central African starchy porridges, such as funge, fufu, and ugali, since it is so rich and spicy. Another popular meal in Angola is called diarada de cabrito, a goat or child stew made with potatoes, wine, and tomatoes that is typically served on November 11th to commemorate the country's independence. Number 7. Full Metamies, Egypt. According to Claudia Rodin, an Egyptian-born cookbook author, this meal is pre-Ottoman and pre-Islamic, and may be as old as the pharaohs. Rodin recalls an Arab proverb in her famous work A Book of Middle Eastern Food: beans have pleased even the pharaohs. They continue to please Egyptians today. One of the country's national meals is full Metamies, which consists of fava beans cooked with spices and olive oil. The dry beans are frequently cooked overnight and eaten with eggs and pita bread for breakfast in the morning. If you're traveling on a budget and need to fill up on sustaining food to get you through the day, it's great for a substantial breakfast. Number 8. Potja and stew, South Africa. What defines a great potja is a source of intense dispute among aficionados, who have all the time in the world to debate the merits of their own rendition while the meal cooks. Potja, pot food, is an Afrikaans name for food cooked in layers in a classic three-legged cast iron pot, although it's really a stew, similar to the slow-simmered beef, chicken, and mutton stews common across southern Africa. If you're feeling brave, try a curry prepared with sheep's heads, dubbed smileys because of the evil smiles the heads take on after shrinking in the heat, or a stew made with chicken feet, called runaways or walkie-talkies. Stews are typically eaten with pap, see above, and other staples like umkusho, samp and beans, marogo, wild greens, amadambolo, dumplings, and ujuk, steamed bread, or pot-baked bread, potbrood. Number 9. Pastilla au pigeon / bistilla, Morocco. Moroccan tagines and couscous meals have risen to prominence on the international culinary scene in recent decades, but this is one recipe that you won't find in a typical cookbook. Pastilla au pigeon, also known as bistilla, is a sophisticated and multifaceted feast meal that is sweet and savory, robust, and delicate. It's a pie with shredded cooked squab, or, more commonly, chicken, when pigeon is hard to come by, thickened with egg sauce and layers of nutty, spicy filling interspersed with paper-thin crust. No great Moroccan event would be complete without bistilla, which is generally reserved for feasts because to its labor-intensive preparation. Number 10. Nambian Venison, Nambia. Although good venison may be obtained across southern Africa, Nambians will argue that the best gemsbok, kudu, zebra, warthog, ostrich, and springbok can be found at restaurants and game lodges around the country. Nambian cuisine is influenced by both German and South African cuisines, with classic German specialties like sausages, cured meats, sauerkraut, and esbien coexisting alongside South African-style potjaikos, biltong, and bravlays. Serve your venison with ashafama, maize porridge, or mahang, pearl millet, as well as a hearty tankard or two of good Nambian beer. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thank you.